Hey everyone, I'm Carly. I'm the Director of Growth at Adjoe. I want to thank the Hyper Games Conference for having me again. The past few times I've talked a little bit about Adjoe's solutions, Adjoe Advanced. I've talked about the mobile game index and the different mechanics that drive success for hyper casual games. But today I'm excited to share with you how time-based rewards can add to your user acquisition strategy and help you find the most engaged users with the highest ROI and increase your session time. So let's just jump right in. So we are Adjoe. If you've never heard of us before, we're Adjoe. We were founded in 2018. We're located in Hamburg, Germany. I guess many of you know Berlin. Hamburg is in the north. It is very rainy. However, we have a gorgeous city, and we hope that someday some of you come and visit us in our office and we can show you around. We are financially backed by Bertelsmann, which is Europe's largest media conglomerate, and we are a proud member of the AppLike Group. The AppLike Group is a leading company builder in the app economy. However, Adjoe is the app platform. So our vision is to reshape the way that apps operate their business by creating new technologies, ad formats, and business models. So today I'll focus more on how our ad format playtime can drive can be an incremental user acquisition source for you and help drive the most engaged users into your game. So we have become your gaming platform. Moving that over slightly. One of the things about Adjoe is we have been really focused on increasing our traffic sources over the past years, and that's how we landed ourselves becoming one of the number one global, number one on the growth index for AppsFlyer. We have become Singular's top ROI ad network for Android in the past ROI indexes. And we are proud to say that on the Adjust Partner Benchmark report, we've become in the top 20 global gaming channels. So with a combination of our own unique traffic that you can find nowhere beyond Adjoe and our unique ad formats, we're trying to create the perfect combination, or the perfect storm, if you will, of success for mobile games looking to get new users. All right, moving myself back over a little bit. All right, so how do we do it? Well, first we've created Playtime. So Playtime is a time-based rewarded ad unit. How it works, it rewards users in the in-app currency of a publisher's app for their time spent playing mobile games. That's the format. So basically how it works is we help advertisers reach new users through our Playtime, the SDKs that integrate our Playtime format. And then from there, we encourage gameplay by rewarding for their time spent. So in this case, the in-app currency of one of our publishers is called Energy, and the user is playing Pop It Step, and every some minutes they're collecting currency and for playing the game. So let's show you a little bit about the user experience to give you a better idea and bring it all home. So basically for our SDK network, we work exclusively with apps that have a strong in-app currency. This means, in this case, the app is called Pusher Mania, and the in-app currency is called Energy. So if a user needs energy to continue playing, then they can click the free energy icon, and then they'll be redirected to the Playtime experience. How does it work? Once a user clicks on the free energy, they must opt into our user opt-in. Well, why is this necessary? Well, of course, to give personalized ads and to be able to track the time-based rewards. So from our side, every publisher that we work with, they have to integrate our SDK so that the SDK can then track the time users are spending inside of an advertiser's app, so that we can make sure that we're guaranteeing the users stable rewards for their actual gameplay. The idea is to drive a more positive user experience by connecting rewards to something tangible to them. Instead of saying earn 200 rewards for getting to level 20, one is level 20, no one knows. However, I do know when 3 minutes is. So we'll reward users from our SDK for their time spent playing. And you see that here. So with playtime and the third screen, you see that the user can earn up to a certain amount of energy points for their first minute, and then it continuously updates. So the user, every time they go back to the playtime experience, they can see how much time they need to spend and how much they need to earn. Once the user gets to Pop It Step, they'll be redirected to install via the Google Play Store, as Adjoe only works on Android right now. Once the user installs and they're playing the game for a little while, they'll earn the rewards. And however, for us, it's really important to educate the user about their ad experience. We want playtime to be more than just a rewarded ad unit. We want it to feel like an in-game arcade. So the user, in this case, is playing Pop It Step. And after some minutes, they receive a toast notification indicating that, hey, you just earned energy in the publisher's game, Pusher Mania. The idea is that it encourages the user to want to keep earning, so they'll keep playing Pop It Step. But at the same time, it reminds the user, hey, you're earning for a reason. Why don't you go back and collect the rewards in the publisher's app? The idea is that it builds a bridge between publishers and advertisers' games. And unless you're new to the industry, you probably know that users are using multiple apps, multiple games every day. So the idea is that our publishers have become a destination to discover, for a user to discover their new favorite games. And they use these games to progress inside of the other publisher's app, so that it becomes kind of a win-win between publishers and advertisers at the same time. If a user finds a game that they love, they're going to keep playing, they're going to keep earning rewards, the advertisers are happy. And then at the same time, as the user earns rewards, they're going to go back to the publisher's app, collect them, continue using Pusher Mania in this case, and then want to continue earning. So the idea is that playtime builds a cycle between publisher and advertiser, and helps drive quality from both sides. All right, so what's the playtime opt-in? What's the deal? Basically, why we have a user opt-in, I briefly touched upon it, is first, we want to make sure that we have the most premium rewarding experience. And to do this, we require the users to permit usage access, allowing us to track the time the user is spending in the advertiser app. But in addition to that, we also require the users to opt in because we want to be able to provide them with personalized offers based on their age, gender, mobile interests, so that they're more likely to receive gaming recommendations for games that they're, one, going to play, two, going to enjoy. And that's why we really focus on having the user opt-in, to make sure that we can give the user the most premium experience. And by giving them this premium experience, we have to make sure that the data is compliant with GDPR, CCPA, and also so that the advertiser and the publisher can have the highest results from their side. So how do we do the targeting? For us, we target your ideal user base by focusing on user demographics. It's not just about contextual targeting. It's also about focusing on age, gender, mobile interests, geo, traffic source, device, gender, operating system. We want to consider it all when bringing you closer to the users that are going to achieve the highest performance. So with Playtime, what's really cool is with our user opt-in, we are able to, by asking the users for their permission, we're able to determine based on our machine learning, their age, their gender, and that gives us the ability to offer this additional targeting based on this experience. So if you know that your users, if you know that a top user profile for you is female users 40 and above, and you want to focus in the United States on those users, we can bring you closer to that by creating targeted campaigns with different criteria. So like I said, female users 40 and above, operating system 11 and above, focusing on certain devices that you know have the most engaged users, or even we can focus on mobile interest targeting. We're able to see other apps that users are playing through the user opt-in, which allows us to say, hey, let's launch a campaign for maybe a hyper casual puzzle game and we'll target users of other hyper casual puzzle games so that we can directly show the user in playtime games that they like. All right, so I talked about it before. Playtime is an SDK network. That means for our publishing apps, they are required to integrate our SDK. Advertisers, no stress. All it is we need your app ID, and then we can launch a campaign. But with that in mind, by having this exclusive SDK network, only through Adjoe, we create the perfect combination of tier 1 and global traffic. So through our network, we can reach users globally, but our top geos include Germany, the United States, France, United Kingdom, Brazil, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Colombia, Canada, Mexico, Italy, Argentina, Spain, and Japan. However, if you're looking for users in Norway, Nigeria, Australia, we can create a tailored campaign strategy for other geos as well. So it's just a matter of understanding which users you're looking for and how we can get you closer to them. What's really cool about Playtime is that it creates a gaming experience inside of all apps. So that means that through our exclusive inventory, if an app is not a game, you can acquire gamers by the fact that Playtime is intended to be like an in-game arcade. So we work with many loyalty app providers where users traditionally do shopping and things like that. But instead of earning points for making purchases and things like that, they can just earn points for playing games, making every single user of Playtime a gamer. And if that's one thing we already know, that most of the world are mobile gamers. So creating a format that's conducive to what the user's mobile behavior is, it can help us make users globally into successful business cases. So talking about a successful business case, Tap Nation is one of our partners. We recently released a success story. We're working with, we have a holistic approach to user acquisition with Tap Nation, but for the focus of this presentation, we'll talk about their use of Playtime. So through the success story, by adding Adjoe's exclusive Playtime traffic, they were able to double their session times and scale their user base globally. How did they do it? Well, first of all, the challenge. For the past years, we have been thrown through the ringer with privacy changes, platform changes, all different things. So with iOS privacy changes, Tap Nation changed their strategy towards an Android focus. And with that in mind, they are not the only person. As the competitive landscape became more difficult on Android, they saw that increasing CPIs, that the industry was forcing everyone to increase their CPIs. However, they weren't always receiving users who were retaining to their apps. They were achieving the ROI. So they saw that from the monetization side, they were acquiring users. However, it wasn't always allowing them to effectively be monetized. So with these changes and these challenges, they thought, what can we do? Let's diversify our user acquisition strategy to include new channels outside of the core suspects, Google, Facebook, whoever, and let's launch a campaign and a test with Adjoe. So they decided to do a test on Playtime, and it was impressed by the scalability. Where did they focus? They focused on the US, Brazil, Germany, and France among the top countries that we have to acquire new users for some of their games like Giant Rush and Water Sort. So the impact, let's talk about the impact. Basically, by launching campaigns on Playtime, they were able to increase their installs in the US by 150%. That is thanks to the fact that by launching on Playtime, they had access to a completely new set of traffic. This helped them reach and acquire new users, and again, engaged users, because the idea of Playtime is to get people to play games. So through that, they were able to see a a 2-time increase in session durations. What does that mean? That means that if the user of water sort was playing 5 to 6 minutes, the users from water sort acquired through playtime were playing anywhere from 11 to 12 minutes. And this allows them to launch campaigns and monetize and achieve their growth goals extremely quickly. So they went from something around a two, from earning their money back after 2 weeks to something from like 3 days. So this allowed them to really scale on the Adjoe platform, acquire users who were engaged, and achieve an ROI of 50% higher. So that goes back to the core mechanics of the format. It's encouraging gameplay. It's using other apps as a tool to encourage gameplay through the rewards. And of course, it's giving you access to users you might not have had access before, or if you did, maybe through the wrong kind of formats. And so basically, what's next for Adjoe and Tap Nation? Well, I'll tell you. Basically, we've decided to expand our user acquisition efforts across the Adjoe platform. That includes Adjoe's various solutions. And one of the things we're really excited about today to see is the introduction of Adjoe's video platform. Thanks for Tap Nation for saying this, that Playtime has delivered a strong result. That's why it was a no-brainer to jump on board and begin testing Adjoe's latest video platform. When we found out it was expanding its offerings to include video inventory, we are curious and excited to see how the new platform will help us scale our quality user base. So that means that Adjoe is not just about Playtime, but we have our solutions that include Playtime, our time-based rewards, Adjoe Advance, our level-based rewards, Adjoe's video platform, including rewarded video, interstitial, and playable ads. And today, Tap Nation has taken a holistic approach by focusing on acquiring users through all of these formats, with the key being that these have been conducive to their success through acquiring new users through different traffic sources, exclusive to the Apply group, exclusive to Adjoe, and through formats that are designed to make users into gamers. So thanks for listening. I'm really excited to talk further with you about new formats, rewarded, level-based, interstitial. Happy to talk about ad monetization, Rainy Hamburg, or anything in general. So add me on LinkedIn. We can see if there's room for us to build a partnership, and I hope that we can drive the same success that we see for Tap Nation for you and your apps.